Back at London's O2 Arena, Lee Evans, John Bishop, Michael McIntyre, James Corden, Jonathan Ross and Jack Dee are all here for the comedy event of the year. Alongside all the biggest names in comedy, it's Channel 4's Comedy Gala. Please welcome Warwick Davis and Spellbound.
What's going on? Come on! Now, what are you doing here? You're about 6. You should be at home watching Peppa Pig.
What do you want?
Now, you know I've opened the Gala 4 years in a row. This is my job, isn't it?
Yeah, but hang on a minute.
People don't want to see you. People at the back can't see you. We've had complaints.
Yeah, but I don't think people want to see you mincing around the stage either, do they?
I mince. Why didn't anyone tell me? Get off. I'm going to open the show again, in style. Go on. Go on. Right, let's start again, shall we? Thank you. Where do you come from? Cue the music. Now that was a good start, weren't it? Right, can you beat that, Warwick?
All right, Alan, try this for size.
Whatever. And there's only one way I can beat that, and is that by introducing Paddy McGuinness!
We've got a very big problem in this country, folks. Very big. And I'm not talking about Jeremy Clarkson. Worse than that, twat. Obesity. We've all been eating too many cakes. Too many Gregs, and I'm responsible for that, son. I'm responsible. So I'm going to whip you into shape. Let's Zumba! right. All you people here, stand up on your feet. You're on telly. Everybody stand up. That's it. From the front all the way to the back. Good, good. Now this lot, stand up. You're going to get fit on national TV. Everybody up. That's it. Lovely. Let's go. Yeah, that's right. Hello there, madam. Are you a fan of lunges? I can do this shit all night. Okay. Everybody on this side, turn this way. Everybody turn this way. Everybody on this side, turn that way. Everybody turn that way. Turn right round. Are we ready? We're gonna swerve. Everybody, yeah, come on. Okay, back facing me. Keep these shoulders going. Okay, girls, get down there. Bring me all the men up from the first 5 rows. We're going to have a workout. Preferably the fat ones, girl, the chubby ones. Bring them up, every man, up you come. Let's do this. Up you get, everybody on your stage. On you go, up you go. Come on, men. Yes, keep going, get up there. Jesus, I've got a big one. I've got a live one. Come on. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, come with me, my friend. You're the leader of this group. Yeah. No, please, settle down, man. Settle down, everybody, settle down. Woo. What's your name, sir?
Keith.
Keith, it's Keith, everybody! No, Keith, the first question is, Keith, when are we doing another Max and Paddy? Oh, close to that. Okay, Keith, when I say this, I say it with love and respect, Keith, but you've let yourself go, so don't worry about that. There's a lot of love in here tonight, and we're going to sort it out. Gentlemen, on your backs, everyone down. Down you go, Keith. Down you go, Keith. That's it. That's it, Keith. On your back, Keith. That's it. I like it, boys. Good. Right. Are we ready? Start thrusting. Come on.
Paddy, no.
Stop.
Keith, are you all right?
I think so, yeah, I think so.
Alan,
what?
I'm not being... Keith, we're just about to do a slot drop then. I'm sweating like Gary Barlow's accountant up here. It's bang out of order. Well, I'll tell you what. Come on, Keith, get up. We don't need this shit. Come on, Keith. Let the pests see the tick. Goodbye. Come on, Keith, we're off.
Paddy McGuinness, everyone. Come on, lad. You've got to get up, lad. You're getting comfortable as well, weren't you? Yeah, all go down there. This ain't the time to have a chat, guys. Look at them. Yeah, that was quite nice. I enjoyed that. Yeah, pleasure was all mine. What? Look at him taking a fucking photo. I got 15,000 people. Thank you. Yes. 15,000 people will have a selfie. Oh, yeah, don't matter. Keep them all waiting. Who gives a shit? Lovely. Now, what a lineup we have for you tonight. It's amazing, isn't it? It's got to be the best. The egos, though. All these comedians. Do you know what? It was the worst last year for egos, honestly. Miranda Hart and Jack Whitehall. Oh, my God. It was like Solange Knowles and Jay-Z in that lift all over again. I'm joking, they were lovely. But what's happened in that lift? Has anyone got any ideas what's happened? Why was she mental? It was like those cats you get in Greece, you know, hello, love. Why would you get angry in a lift? I mean, we've all been in a lift, don't we? And no one's pressed the button to go up. But you don't snap, do you? Beyonce did nothing. Did you see her? Just standing there. Not even a nothing. Just stood there at the back, doing nothing. Well, now she knows how the other lot in Destiny's Child feel like, don't they? Yeah. Now, I took me godkids to the zoo. How nice is that? But they're at that age, you know, with the face painting. And no one's got their face painted as a tiger, yeah? Now, I don't know how I feel about that at the zoo. Do you know what I mean? Not only would we take these animals out of their habitat and stick them in a cage, we start taking the piss out their face. I mean, the little one had her face done as a dormouse. I mean, we were in that reptile house. They were creaming the drawers in there. I started laying a table, do you know what I mean? This man comes over. Do you want to feed the monkeys in the cage? Do you want to get in the cage and feed the monkeys some nuts and bananas? Like this. I was getting freaked out, do you know what I mean? He had a lazy eye and was talking to the girls. I thought, thank God, come here. The girls go, we don't want to get in the cage, Alan. We want you to get in the cage. I'm in this cage, yeah. It's all right for them. I'm on the telly. People are filming me. They're taking photos of me, shouting requests. Touch the monkey, touch the monkey. Dance with the monkey. I'm twerking with a gibbon. I'm like this. People are filming it. This school kid goes, look, it's got a stiffy. I looked at my own crutch. And you won't believe I got nits off a monkey. Nits. I had to go to Boots on a Saturday. How embarrassing is that? I was up that aisle like the Scottish widow. I was like that. I said to the woman, I said, excuse me, I said, I think I've got nits. She said, what? Nits? Even a man buying Vagisil went... If you have got nits, don't use a nit comb. They're crap. Because all they do is break the nit's legs. One, you can't get rid of them. They're just laying there. Help, help. Quick, roll towards the fringe. Well, you know what? We're going to have so much fun tonight. So come on, please. Give a fantastic O2 welcome to John Bishop! Woo!
A little less conversation, a little more action, please. All this aggravation and satisfaction in me. A little more bite, a little less fun, a little less...
Thank you! How are you? Thank you. I know it's always a great idea when someone says, let's do a charity event. And it is a brilliant charity, and it is a brilliant event. So well done for you all coming out. Well done. But let's not kid ourselves, it's a pain in the arse. I know what would have happened. I can see it in the room. There'll be people here who booked these tickets months ago and said, this would be lovely. We can go out as a couple. Be a nice night. We can go to the O2, it'll be fun. We'll have a few drinks and then we can watch all the comedians. It'll be really nice and we're giving money to charity. And then tonight when you rushed home from work and you arrived in and then you're rushing to get here, you couldn't get a taxi home from work and you get in the house and then you're there and you do that thing that every couple does. One of you gets into the bathroom first and you're waiting and you're waiting. And then they come out the bathroom and for no reason whatsoever, as they walk past you, you think, I could fucking stab you in the head. Fucking fuck. Because that's what living with people's life, innit? You start off with all the best intentions in the world and the first couple of years are wonderful. The first couple of years you do have time for each other. The first couple of years you like sharing time with each other, and then there's always that point in a relationship where you find yourself one morning eating your cereal and then just pausing and looking at your spoon and thinking, I could just fucking... And then you just carry on. And that's how you spend the rest of your life. I've been married now 21 years, on and off, and someone said to me, this was genuinely asked of me in an interview. Someone said, I was doing an interview for fucking British Housewives or something, some magazine where they thought, oh, that's his demographic. And this is honest to God true. At the end of the interview, they said, we've got a couple of joke questions. And one of the questions is, this is honest to God true, if marriage was a kitchen utensil, which one do you think it would be? I mean, you fucking... Really? She said, which one do you think it would be? I said, a dishwasher. She said, oh, that's interesting. We don't normally get that. We normally get people say a kettle because it's hot and then it goes cold and ha ha ha. I said, no, it's a dishwasher, love. It's a dishwasher. Because when you first get a dishwasher, you think, this is brilliant. This is the fucking best thing I've ever had. And then after a while with the dishwasher, you think, you know what, it'll be quicker and easier if I just do it myself by hand. And so I'm glad that we've got a gig on. I'm going to say I'm glad that it has caused a few problems in my house because it's another night away. And I'm on the road at the moment, and it's difficult. All the comics will tell you that when you're on the road, you're always being a comedian. And then when you go home, sometimes you say jokes that don't go down so well. And the problem is I've been staying in hotels. So 2 nights ago, I was in our house. I was tossing and turning. I couldn't sleep. My wife the following day said, you had a terrible night. I said, yeah. I said, I'm just staying in hotels all the time. I said, she said, well, that's it now. You're home, aren't you? You're probably not used to sharing the bed with someone else. I said, well, not with someone who stays all night, no. But there's a reason I'm on the road, is because I'll be honest with you, I need to make a few quid. And this will be really the last charity gig that I'm probably ever going to do, because I need to... No, it is. I mean, I've done stuff for charity. I did a load of running once. I won't do that again. Not now that I've found out those Africans don't buy DVDs. Fuck 'em. The other thing as well is when you do charity gigs, you can't always just say what you want. Did a charity gig the other week for this charity that was supposed to stop child trafficking. I went up, I said, look, I think this is a really important charity. We need to stop child trafficking. I said, because I've been stuck in traffic with children and it's fucking nightmare, to be honest with you. You know, there's no phone line for us to ring up going, these little bastards are doing me head in, so... But the reason I can't do any more charity gigs is because I need to do paid work now. I've lost a lot of money recently. It was a risky investment, but I thought it was a dead cert, you know. So if anybody wants to buy any of the 2,000 T-shirts I've got with Liverpool winners of the Premier League... Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming. Enjoy the rest of the evening. We'll see you again, God willing. Good night, God bless. Thank you.
Still to come, James Corden and Lee Evans. But keep your eyes on the adverts, because one of them's got a car in it. Yes, it's Alan. Ladies and gentlemen, James Corden.
To the best song ever. Hi! How are you? Hey, Friday night and the sun's out and we're out, gang. Good, right? I haven't been out on a Friday night for so long. I'm married now. I know, sorry. I can look but don't touch, baby. You know who I'm talking to. I saw you. Undressing me with your eyes the second I came on, you naughty little chaffinch. Oh, you need some phones out? You got your phones out, yeah? You got an iPhone? iPhone? Nokia? What? You just come here on a time machine. I'm here to introduce someone very special. Oh, phone. Oh, stop taking photos. Sorry? You what? Yeah, no, I can't get into a whole conversation. Sort of at work at the minute. I don't like the iPhone. I've got one. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it. I miss buttons. Anyone else with me? Because I've realised it's impossible to text like a heterosexual man with an iPhone. Right? It's impossible. Like, I go to the football quite a lot. I'm a West Ham fan. Don't boo. There has to be other teams. That's how the game works. And I go to West Ham, and if anyone's ever been to West Ham, there's quite tasty guys there, like guys with permanently screwed up faces. Who sort of look like this. They have like tattoos of a spider's web on their face like that. And I see them in the crowd, and they say to their friend, they go, yeah. They go, come here, mate. Yeah, have a look at this. Have a look. I've got a video here of my dog having a fight with his dog. It's hilarious. And then they get their phone out and they go, this is about to get naughty. It's impossible. It's impossible. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to introduce one of the finest comedians that's ever played this venue. I've been a fan of his for so long, so as I'm sure of all of you, it is such a treat to even be in the same room with him, let alone introduce him. Ladies and gentlemen, go wild, go nuts, and show your huge respect for Mr. Lee Evans!
Thanks for coming down, you're great folk, well done. I love you too. You know, I'm very nervous, I'm very sorry, it's such a small gig, you know. Very nervous with the small gigs. I don't know, I was just putting my trousers on, it's really weird, you know, I was putting my trousers on. You know when you put your trousers on, why is it when you're pulling your trousers up, you start going the same fucking way as your trousers? Trying to get out the fuckers as you're putting them on, you know. I mean, you wouldn't put a hat on like that, you know, you wouldn't... Let's do that when they put their jacket on. You know, put the jacket on, they do all that extra. I got my jacket on, got my jacket on. Got my trousers on, got my jacket on. Hey, where are you going? Funky Town. My wife does that whenever we're going out the door. Do I need a coat? Do you think it's going to get cold? Do you think it's going to get cold later? I'm like, oh. Yeah, as you can see by the isobars just sweeping in from the... How the fuck do I know? Oh, no, because women never take a coat out. No, they don't need one. No, they've already got one. It's lovely and warm. I should know. It's called fucking mine. Because you know when you're out and your wife starts doing all that shit, you know. You're like, do you want me coat, love? And then she goes into a Kate Winslet on a fucking piece of driftwood routine. Nah, I'll be all right. You keep it. No, y'all, love, have me coat. You know the one I brought out for me to keep me? Fucking warm! And she won't out the door, not without a face on. Oh no, I'm not going out that door, not without my face on. No, fuck. Postman will knock on our door. Get that, I ain't got my face on. You got your face on? Well, you lost your fucking face? Oh no. You can't see a real face. It's like living with Phantom of the Opera. No! Don't look at my face. Then she fucks off upstairs to put her face on. Where are you going to play your organ? Because you notice all women look like that when they're doing their makeup. Dun, 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 dun. La, 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 la. My wife's always telling me where she's going. She's just popping up the shops, just nipping up the toilet, popping, fucking nipping everywhere she is. What's a pop? What the fuck's a nip? Women have their own time and dimension that no other fucker knows. Is a nip faster than a pop? You know, is that a nip and that's a pop? I don't know. I mean, I wish you'd tell us. Because my wife does it all the time. We'd be driving through the ice street. She just gets out of the car and fucks off. I'm just nipping in here. Don't be fucking nipping anywhere. I'm on a double yellow line here. What am I going to tell the traffic warden? She starts nipping out a ticket and pop it on me fucking windscreen. She's got loads of them. She'd be going out the door. I go, how long will you be? She goes, I'll be back before you even know it. Oh, why? Tell me then. I wouldn't have fucking known, would I? You ever played Spot the Difference with your wife? It's fantastic. She goes out, gets her hair done, comes back home, and goes, da-da! You're standing there going, now I know this one. She's like, oh, fuck you. No, I've got it, I've got it. Earlier, you had a really happy face, now you got a fucked off one. I love my wife. I've been married for 30 years. I went to a wedding last week. I don't like weddings, you know? They make you all nervous. You know when you're in the church and you've got to sing hymns? I don't know any fucking hymns. You know, so you're always playing that catch-up. You're standing in the church going, praise him, praise him. You're always next to that bloke who wants to show off his amateur dramatic skills. He thinks he's on fucking Songs of Praise. He's right next to you going, that morning has broken. I hate them fuckers. They always harmonise happy birthday. It's somebody's birthday. Do you know what I mean? Happy birthday to you. All right, mate, it's only Jonathan. He's only 2. It's not the Albert or Mr. fucking Go Compare. I don't like weddings. You know, you're all on edge. You're all nervous. You're going into the reception or you start holding the door open for someone. You start doing all that nervous laughter after you. You know, they're doing the same back to you. No, after you. We're both standing there laughing at a fucking door. But you see, that little laugh, that's acceptable. You can't do too much, otherwise it looks fucking mental. You know, if you're in a restaurant eating your dinner, you don't want the waiter to arrive at your table and go, is everything okay with your meal? You know, if you're in hospital waiting for major surgery, you want the surgeon to arrive at your bedside and go, I'll be performing your gallbladder operation today, so nothing to worry about there, all right? You know, that little laugh, that's acceptable. What you don't want is some bloke to arrive at your bedside and go, your gallbladder's coming out today. And guess who's got the knife? Stand weddings. The highlight of the night, best man's speech. Everyone loves the best man's speech, you know. But I feel sorry for the best man because they always fuck it up. You know, they've been practicing for months and months, but they always forget one thing, microphone technique. As soon as he stands up, he's like, is this working? Is this working? Great. Now, as you know, me and Darren, we've known each other since we were all fucking that young. Anyway, let's hear it for the bridesmaids. Let's hear it for the bridesmaids. Now, we've got Nan with us, so it's lovely to see Nan. So a big wave to Nan, everyone. Such a relief, isn't it, when all the speeches are over and the disco starts, you know, your Nan's up. She's got terrible arthritis, but she looks fucking brilliant during the techno numbers. You know, you always get that toddler, don't you, wander out onto the dance floor during the speeches, you know? That 18-month-old kid just wanders out onto the dance floor like, then you see his mum come out all embarrassed, you know, I'm so sorry. 3 hours later, his dad comes out doing exactly the same thing, pissed out of his head, you know? That same woman comes out, I'm so sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming down to support this fantastic cause. It's very, very nice of you. Thank you very much indeed. Good night. God bless. Thank you very much. Cheers. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, a special message from Noel Fielding.
Hi. Look, the thing is, I was coming to the Comedy Gala on my penny farthing, and I got a little bit sidetracked, well, kidnapped, by Bigfoot. And he brought me back to his lair. He does paintings. And he's a nice guy, very sensitive, horrible breath. I can't be there. I wish I could, but I have written you a little song Comedy Gala, why you touch me in the eyes? Comedy Gala, why you climb inside my mind? Comedy Gala, you lick me like a small kitten. Oh, Comedy Gala, Comedy Gala, why you push me in the eyes? Comedy Gala, pulling out my tongue for a surprise. Comedy Gala, climbing inside my mind. Oh, Comedy Gala, oh, rhymes with his finger. Have a smashing night. Here comes Bigfoot.
Still to come, Michael McIntyre and Sean Locke. But don't forget to watch the adverts, as they have a new improved ingredient. Alan Carr. Ladies and gentlemen, Sean Locke.
That's me trying to look relaxed. Hi, hello. Anyway, yodeling. I've always been fascinated by yodeling. You know, with the Swiss yodel, when they go yodel. Do you know that that's a message? They're sending a message through the mountains, a way of communicating through the mountains. And the Swiss used that for years, until, of course, they discovered shouting. And that changed their lives. One day, a guy was on the mountain going, yodel. Another fellow went, step back, I've had an idea. Step back. Just want to try something, just want to try it. Have you seen my cow? Changed their lives forever. I'll tell you one thing I want to change in our society. No more advertising to kids. That's got to stop, right? Because people come into my home uninvited through the medium of television and they wave shiny shit in my kids' faces. Right? And that's not fair. It's not fair because we're adults, we can make judgments, choices. We can defend ourselves against adverts. But children can't defend themselves because they're fucking idiots. Children. They are. Children, they're morons. They are thick as pig shit. If you put a picture of Shrek on a bag of gravel, they want it. Big hammock of snot under their chin. They want it to happen. Well, the Shrek gravel, the Shrek gravel. Fucking idiots, there. I tell you a good way to think about it, this advertising to kids thing. If all advertising was done door to door, if you could only advertise door to door, right, and someone knocked on your door, you opened the door and they said, can I speak to your 7-year-old daughter, please? Bit odd, right? Bring her out. And he bends down, ignores you, bends down and goes, look, it's a My Pretty Polly Pocket mini vanity valise set. And that spins round, that opens up, you get messages there. You leave characters with your friends, you clip it. After a while you go, can you fuck off? Oh, sorry, Daddy said it again, didn't he? Still, you'll hear it at school soon enough. Or they will. Because you never think you're the source, do you? I'd love it if all advertising was door-to-door. It'd be great if you could only advertise door-to-door. Especially when celebrities did adverts. It'd be brilliant, wouldn't it? Because you'd be walking across your hallway, letterbox would flip open, and you'd hear a voice on the other side going, hello, it's Sir Chris Hoy here. Before I go cycling, I like a bowl of bran flakes. Christ. Hello! It's Sir Chris Hoy here. Before I go cycling, I like a bowl of bran flakes. Oh, kill me now. And he'd bump into other celebrities doing the same street, like that. Oh, hello, Kira. Oh, hi, Sir Chris. Hi, it's Keira Knightley here, from the films. Yes, I didn't think I needed the money either. Anyway, I'm wearing a really tight catsuit,
And when I walk away, I want you to look at my arse and think about Coco Chanel. Yes, it's very subtle. My arse and perfume.
Oh, hi, Ray.
Hello, Kira. It's Ray Winstone here. Put a bet on you, slag! There's loads of markets in play. Whatever the fuck that means.
Oh, and who's this coming down the street? Because I'm a man of 1,000 voices, obviously. Oh, it's David Beckham.
Hello. It's David Beckham here. Oh, God, what was it? Oh, yeah. Everything under the sun. All of it. Hats, spanners, flannels, sunglasses, pants. Just buy shit, all right?
You've been a fantastic crowd. Have a great night. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Aisling B.
Oh my giddy aunt, I'm so delighted to be here. I am particularly delighted to be here as an Irish person in a venue that was named famously after an Irish actor, Peter O'Toole. Now, I know what you're all thinking. There's a big pink elephant in the room. You're all looking at me going, Aisling, I know it's a gala, but you look a little bit overdressed. You're not a Wembley, chill out, love. But the joke is on you there, because I am actually wearing a tuxedo. Yes. Now, I know it's got all the trappings of a tuxedo, the slimming ribbon along the side, this little guy here, way-oh, for the after party. And it's designed by an Irish company, obviously, legends. And they design them for our dignitaries and representatives when we go abroad to make it look like we're doing better than we are. Now, you might notice that I talk quite fast, and if I'm honest, it's not really going to slow down too much, so you're all going to have to sort of jump on the Venga bus of enthusiasm and beep the horn with this one. I think the reason that I talk quite fast is twofold. First of all, I was brought up in the countryside, in the deepest, darkest countryside, where there was no one for miles and miles around. I mean, you just have no one to talk to. Some days you'd be waiting for the radiator to gurgle just to get a bit of chat. This sort of thing all the time. And so you had to learn to talk very fast, because we would still have the same quota of English to use during the day as a child who lived in the city, but we'd have no one to use it on except some days a car that might be flying along the road. So you'd have to learn to talk fast, to go, hi, how are you? Oh my God, come back and talk to me. Do you like my new dress? Come back and be my friend. This sort of thing all the time. Some days you'd be waiting for a tractor to come along, because you get more time out of a tractor, you see. You'd be able to talk to them for longer. Hi, how's it going? Do you like Sesame Street? I like Sesame Street. Do you like Big Bird? I like Big Bird. Sometimes I think Big Bird might not be a big bird, but he might just be a man in a suit. I know it sounds bad, but I have my suspicions. Goodbye, come back. But the second reason that I talk quite fast, and this is not a joke, is that my mother is a retired professional flat race jockey. But whose isn't? No, genuinely, mine actually is. Not many people even believe me when I say that, and I think it's because I'm quite tall. And people think, oh, Aisling, you're quite tall. How is it you're tall if your mother's a jockey? Well, it's because my father was quite tall. It's genetics. But it's quite a nice story, actually, because they met at work. He was a horse. And just a result of a ride that went too far. But the second reason I talk quite fast is because I was born on March the 16th, which is bang in the middle of Cheltenham Racing Festival. And my mother was watching Cheltenham as I was thrust from the stalls of her inner racecourse. I don't think I can say Fanny at the O2, so I won't. as I was thrust from the stalls of a inner racecourse. And so the first version of English I ever heard as I came out into the world, and the yardstick by which I would use to measure how fast I spoke was like, and there's only 3 furlongs to go, now he's over the first fence, now it's little boy blue, and the lead, he's over the last fence, he's only 1 furlong to go. We all wanted to be a boy to continue the family name, it's only got 1 more furlong to go, and oh no, it's a girl, everyone's disappointed, but we're keeping it together. This has been absolutely lovely. Thank you very much to Peter O'Toole. I'm an Ashley B.
Now, over to Davina McCall to talk about charity.
Hi, everyone. This is actually the 5th Channel 4 Comedy Gala. And just by buying your ticket for tonight, you have already raised money for Great Ormond Street, so thank you very much. But I wanted to know, what can I do and how can I help? So I've come here to talk to a really good friend of mine who's got some fantastic ideas on how to raise money for charity. Listen, I really appreciate you talking to me because I've got absolutely no idea about what I can do to raise money for this brilliant charity. So can you help me out?
Yes, I can. And it's no worries. I've just been in Tibet for 7 years and had a lot of fun and found myself. And I've learnt a lot about myself because you know that I like to give back. That's me, innit? That's my middle name, Give Back.
Is it?
No, it's Ian.
Oh. Obviously, they're at the Comedy Gala
Yeah.
and I'm not there and I should be doing something.
Well,
it's
you
an
know,
amazing
Ricky
charity.
Gervais did that film with the Muppets. So I think frogs are very en vogue at the moment. What about, that's a fate?
Yeah.
Selling frog lollies? What about using old broken frogs
Yeah.
that's had all the scrapings taken out and selling them as puppets?
That's not such a
Oh, that's a rubbish
I mean,
idea.
this is a
Swipe
children's.
that.
This is a children's hospital.
Yes.
This is not.
Well,
such a
wipe
good
that
idea.
idea away. Oh, what else is simpler? Have you had a bath in some beans?
No.
I always work.
Bath
I mean,
in
it's
beans?
a terrifying thing. Imagine if one of those tiny beans got inside you. That is going to cause a hoo-ha and a fracas. People don't understand the danger of bathing in beans.
So, do you think that would raise a lot, wouldn't it?
Because it's you,
Yes.
and you do it industrial style, because you know when
Yeah.
you do that swimming thing.
Yes.
You say, I'll bath in beans every day for a year.
Oh no, I'm not sure about that.
And then, at the end of it, we turn you upside down and we see how many beans fall out. And then you sell those beans, because how many men out there would like to own that bean?
Okay. Well, listen, Danny. Thank you very much.
Sir.
I'll see.
Beans in Davina's fudge for money. Please donate, it's serious. Don't know which camera to look at.
Still to come, Kevin Bridges and Michael McIntyre. But don't run off and make the tea. Watch these ads. They include a free Alan Carr. Please welcome Michael McIntyre.
Good. How are you? How are you all? Are you all right? So did you see those people walking on top of the O2 when you came here? How shit are their tickets? Are they out there right now with glasses going, something about shit? I don't know. Tickets, I think. Lee Evans was good. I liked him. Well done for coming. Congratulations for coming. It's obviously a wonderful event. And I understand that, you booked online. Did you all book online? That's what you do now, because that's the modern world. It's not easy to book online. It's supposed to be easy. Easier than the past when you'd be on the phone or queuing in person. Now you have to book online. And of course it's a little bit easier because you can do it from home. But there are aspects of booking online that make no sense to me. What is that little challenge you have to go through before you even get to the tickets? There'll be like a collection of out-of-focus, wavy letters. You're all sort of hiding behind each other. You're like an F coming out from a P. Hello, can you see me here? It says, can you read these letters? Why am I doing this challenge? I don't know. Wisnum her 79. You press send, it goes, no, try these. Why the fuck am I doing this challenge? not a game show. I want to just buy the tickets. Then you have to register. That's very important. Everything you do now online, it bores me. Doesn't it bore you when you realise I've got to register now? You see that big registration form. Even when I went to the cinema the other day, I went to see, I don't know, with my kids, Despicable Me 2. You have to register all your information to join the View Cinema, Finchley Road, which is like 1.5 miles from my house. You have to put your name in, your address. I don't even know why I'm giving them my address anyway. I mean, I thought it would be best that I came to you to watch the movie. I don't have... You don't really need my address. I just need to know where you are to watch Despicable Me 2. Don't come to mine. I have nothing. I have Despicable Me 1 on DVD, but I don't have 2. But then you have to put your address in. Then you click country of your address, and every country in the world comes up. This huge, big list of nations. It's a local cinema. So you scroll down, and you look for E, because I live in England, and you think, oh, let's hope E is there, because that's near the top. But often E isn't there. And you think, oh, it must be Great Britain. Yes, so you keep scrolling to Great Britain. And sometimes Great Britain isn't even there, and you think, oh, shit, it's the United Kingdom. You have to scroll through all the nations of the world, all the way to U, which is at the end of the alphabet, to find... Sometimes United Kingdom isn't even there, and they've actually left it at the top, but you didn't realise. You have to go all the way down to the top. It's about 40 minutes. You've got repetitive strain syndrome. Just to tell them which country you're in. I'm obviously in England, in London. It's a cinema 1.5 miles from my house. Who the fuck is coming from Uzbekistan, for example? Angola is the first one on the list. And there are people in Angola going, I'm so sick of my local multiplex. I think today we should fly 8 hours to North London to watch Despicable Me 2. And then we will fly home immediately. Then they want your email address. That's very important, isn't it? You put your email address. Can you confirm your email address? They need to check that you know your own email address. That's because they're so desperate to get your email address, so they can harass you with little sales promotions that you don't want. And they know you don't want it. That's why they make it very difficult for you to know whether you're supposed to tick or not tick the box, which basically tells them to leave you alone. It'll say something like, if you do not want to not receive endless emails for the rest of your life and the lives of your children, please remember to uncheck the non-check, uncheck, check, non-check, tick box. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. It's a 50-50, darling. What do? Do I tick it or not tick it? I've just spent 45 minutes guessing Yangu 72. And a further 20 minutes scrolling through every nation on Earth. Now I have a 50-50. By the time you get to terms and conditions, you just tick them. Because, let's be honest, who has the time? Have you ever clicked on terms and conditions? I don't have a fortnight to do legal reading. By the time you finish the terms and conditions, you've missed the film. It's not even in the cinema anymore. So you just click it and hope that everything's going to be okay. But I always get a flutter of panic. I don't know what I'm agreeing to in terms and conditions. I'm slightly worried that in 5 years' time or something, iTunes aren't going to show up at my doorstep and go, we own this house now. You can You agreed to give us the house when you bought the second series of Breaking Bad. Who knew? Lee. Passwords. I mean, how many... Do you remember when you just had one password? Yeah? No, I have so many passwords in my mind, I have no idea. I have no idea when I'm confronted with them. Basically, I've got my original password, but now I've got variations of it. I've got, like, hyphens in it and numbers at the end of it and big capitals for no reason. But what I hate is when you give them a password, because they want you to have a password, you suggest one, and it'll go, weak. Fuck off. Those are my children's names. Who are you calling weak? Or sometimes you forget your password. You didn't even know you'd join. And have you forgotten? Have you forgotten? Click here if you've forgotten. Go on, click if you've forgotten. You don't know, do you? You've tried 3 times. You're locked out. You're not even coming in. Think about it. 5 minutes. Think about it. Come back. And they start asking you questions about your life. You don't even remember giving them that information. What is your favourite dog? I can't believe I chose a favourite. The dog's in the corner going, it better be me. Mum, can you phone me back with your maiden name? I'm trying to go to the cinema, I think. But when you've done it, you feel so proud of yourself, don't you? When you filled everything, and you look at your registration form, everything's filled in, all the little asterisks, and you go, yes, I've done it now. It was hard, but I got there. And you click next with confidence. Then everything comes back in red. You fuck this up, you left that out, what were you thinking here? You've embarrassed yourself for this night. We've taken all your credit card details away for no reason. Sometimes you get timed out. Who the fuck am I racing against? Is there some guy in Angola going, I'll beat you and you would win? Come on, kids, you must get to the airport. I can't apologise enough for that accent. I really don't know what to do. I'm not very good at accents. So I haven't had the best day today. So I had to pay my gas bill. You know, that's always a fun experience when you phone them up. Hello, British Gas, can I help you? Oh, this is after they've warned you. They've warned you that our calls may be recorded for training purposes. I always get a bit of excitement. I always think, oh, I wonder if they'll use this call in class. Sometimes they do a little, hello, students, good luck pissing people off forever. Hello, British Gas, can I help you? I was like, I'd like to pay my bill, please. Just, can I get your reference number? Can I take your reference number? And I had it. It was on the bill. You know, they have it on the... But it was very long. You know, very long. And it wasn't even numbers. It was letters, lots of letters. And I don't like saying letters over the phone because they can get confused. When you say letters to somebody's face, they can hear you. F. You know I've said F. But on the phone, they go, is that S for sugar? They go, no, it's F. F for... F for... And then you forget every word beginning with F in the world. F for... Flamingo! F for flamingo, sir. Yes, F for flamingo. What of it? Sometimes I like to throw them a curveball for my own entertainment. G for gnome, just to make sure they're concentrating. So I said I don't have it, because I didn't want to get involved in it. I thought they can identify me by other ways. So she said, can I take your name, please? Can I take your name, please? I said, yes, it's Michael McIntyre. I said it like a question, hoping she'd recognise it. I do that. It's an ego thing. I like it when people recognise my name. Michael McIntyre! Sometimes I really hope that happens. I really push it. What's that your name, please? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Michael McIntyre! Hello, British Gas! Just to make sure. But she didn't react. She didn't give a shit. She just said, is that M-A-C or M-C? I said, it's M-C-I-N-T-Y-R-E, Michael McIntyre. And she went, oh, like the comedian. And I got a little bit cocky and I said, yes, exactly like the comedian. And she said, I don't find him funny, do you? Thank you so much. I'll see you again. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Bravo! Enjoy the rest of your life.
Now, let's see what's happening in Chelsea.
We do know that. It's true.
It is probably true.
Oh my God, I don't believe it.
What?
Oh my God, Jamie! Fancy seeing you here.
You know, wow, it's Rebecca.
It's Rachel.
Yeah,
Rachel Golding from Godalmang.
Yeah,
and sorry.
Of course, it's Rachel. You know, I haven't seen you in ages. You know, how are you, Rachel and I are old friends?
Oh, is that what we're calling it now?
Yeah.
Cool, okay.
So, are you like on a date or something?
This is my pet, my friend, Yami. She's Japanese, so her English is really poor.
Please, to make your acquaintance.
She said, please forgive me, but I don't speak any English. So, are you guys going to invite us to join you, or what?
Yeah, come join us.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Up for it.
Funny. So, what do you guys do for work and stuff?
Oh, we started our own reality TV series.
Really? What's it called?
Made in Chelsea.
You know, what do you do?
I also star in my own reality show.
What's it called?
Young Dreams. And I'm the star of the show, so...
Co-star.
Yeah, and Yummy's in it too. She sort of floats around and says the odd catchphrase, don't you, Yummy?
Yeah. Thank you.
So what are you guys up to after this? Because we've got a VIP area at the Channel 4 Comedy Gala. It should be pretty fun. Yummy.
Yeah, like, you guys should definitely go. Like,
That'd be
Rachel,
great.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Guys, yeah!
Cool.
I love that.
Yeah.
Cheers, everyone.
Come on.
Party time.
Oh.
Woo, yeah.
Where did that lobster just go? What are you all looking at?
I don't know what I've done.
Yeah, why would you flick a lobster on my head? You ruined my night. And you've definitely ruined my fucking life. You psycho fucking bitch!
Please. Call me Jessica.
What are we talking about?
Spencer.
We all know.
So typical, his behaviour is awful.
She was a street.
Still to come, Adam Hills, Joe Brand, and Jonathan Ross. But do not adjust your set, as any interference in this next ad break is purely intentional. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jonathan Ross.
You're very kind. This evening, of course, is really all about children. That's why we're here. And I'm a father. I'm sure we have many parents out there. We used to have family time together. Now we don't, because they're kind of older, two at university. They don't really care. They want to come home and see us. They've left all their pets for us to look after, but they want to come home. But I remember I was thinking about one thing, and we had an elderly relative, and this is a true story, and I love this story, and I wanted to share it with you. We had an elderly relative round who was a woman in her 80s, and she was not really a family member, but she was like a grandmother to my wife, and so we always had her around, and we were playing a game round the table with the kids, and they were all quite young. They were like sort of 5 and 8 and 11, I think, and we were playing that game, you know, the shopping game, where you have to do a shopping list. And as you go around the table, you add to it, and it's a memory game. You have to remember what the other people have put in this imaginary shopping list. So we started the game, and she's in her mid-80s, this lady. And my youngest daughter said, I went shopping and I bought a kitten. So that's a nice start. And then my son went, I went shopping, I bought a kitten and a puppy. Well, good, he topped up. Came to me, I went shopping, I bought a kitten, a puppy and a newspaper. And we went round the table going up there, and it went round once, and it didn't get too complicated. It was like, so I think there was cheese in the basket as well, there was a hat. Then we get back round to my youngest daughter, and I could see the other two, the elder ones, were laughing and giggling. They'd put her up to something. And she said, I went shopping and I bought a kitten and a puppy and a newspaper. And she got through this and she said, and a diamond butt plug. 5. I didn't know what a diamond butt plug till I was like 40. And that was one hell of a birthday party. But I never knew that existed. I certainly never heard of a diamond one. Is it diamond encrusted? Because that would hurt, or is it just one big diamond? If anyone's got Elton John's phone number, ask him for me, will you? So, they probably don't exist. But we, Mum and me, Jane and me, were thinking, oh, God, you know, what's she going to say when it gets round to the lady? I won't name her, but, you know, what's she going to say? And she didn't look bothered by it, and the kids were killing themselves laughing, giggling and red-faced, and so we went round. So I added, I said, OK, I bought the kitten and the puppy and the hat and the diamond butt plug, and I was quite enjoying it, I'll be honest with you. And we began to enjoy the tension in the room as it got round to the octogenarian. Would she say diamond butt plug and join in? Did she know what a diamond butt plug was? Would she perhaps share with us an anecdote of the first time she encountered a diamond butt plug? She's getting tense as it's getting around the old lady, and finally it gets near her, and you can imagine, we're on the end of our seat. We were like, God, this is going to be good. Not making this up, this is the truth, this is what she said. And she was German, by the way. She said, I went shopping, and I bought a kitten and a puppy, a newspaper, some cheese, a hat. She's getting around this. She's doing well. The memory's holding up for age. Gets to the moment. We're waiting. You could have heard a pin drop. She goes, and I bought a diamond bus pass. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to bring out a comedian. Imagine if Prince Aslan from Narnia had sex with the Bee Gees. This is what that baby would have looked like. The fabulously funny Mr. Sean Walsh, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes! Thank you very much. Hello, O2. Brilliant. I cannot wait to get home. I mean, this is great and everything, but it's not as good as getting home, is it? Getting home is the best thing in life. Oh my God. Taking off the suit, putting on the house trousers. I fucking love my house trousers. Don't you? We all have them. The rest of the world don't get to see them. They've never been washed on purpose. I love these things. Triple XL, tartan. I look like a homeless golfer. Baked bean on the left thigh. Sliding down, racing a spaghetti hoop, going down the right. A hole, and not a cool hole either. Not one of these holes you get on a knee on a jean, no. That hole there, that one. The bollock trying to escape, that hole. Wants to watch TV with you, that hole. They want to know what's going on in Game of Thrones as well. The only person from the outside world that gets to see the house trousers is the Domino's delivery guy. I mean, I am so bad. I am very lazy, even with deliveries. Like, is it just me? But sometimes, when your pizza's delivered, do you think, oh, can't you just break in? You're lying there, you're comfortable, you got the laptop keeping your genitals warm. The bell goes. Oh, fucking hell. Mate, if you can hear me, I'll give you an extra £2 if you're climbing through the window. No, not that one. Try the other one. That one's locked. Come round. Cheers, mate. The one above it. You've got to climb through. Squeeze through. Take your helmet off. You look like a shit Power Ranger anyway. Yeah, there. Oh, nice one, mate. Cheers. Just leave it there. Wait, come back. Can you pass me the remote? I've been watching The Dark Knight Rises. DVD menu for 40 minutes. Do you ever do that just on loop? The whole day, the DVD menu, every 15 seconds. I had it with Dark Knight Rises. Every 15 seconds.
You think darkness is alive, but you really adopted the dark. I was born in it. You think darkness is alive, but you really adopted the dark. I was born in it. You think darkness is alive, but you really adopted the dark. I was born in it. You think darkness is alive, but you really adopted the dark. I was born in it. What is this? You think darkness is alive, but you really adopted the dark. I was born in it. Please, stop. You think darkness is alive, but you really adopted the dark. I was born in it.
You try to reach your phone. On the side, it's on vibrate. You're watching it getting closer and closer to the edge.
You think darkness is alive, but you really adopted the dark. I was born in it.
Trying to reach the glass of water on the side.
Please. The massive center, please. Please.
You think there's that much water left, didn't you? There's fuck all, it's just an extra bit of glass at the bottom. Kill me! Go on, please! Do you ever reach the glass of water, but you can't be asked to sit up to drink it? Try and defy gravity. Drink a glass of water lying down.
It's soaking wet. You think darkness is alive, but you really adopted the dark. I was born in it.
Shut the fuck up! Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going home now. Thank you very much. Good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jason Byrne.
I just back from Australia. Australia, I haven't got time. And I broke my ball while I was there. Testicle, if there's children here. And what happened was, I got off the plane and my kidneys were sore and my wee was on fire. Like, if there was any younger children, it was actually sore to wee. It wasn't actually like a flamethrower going. And my left ball started to swell up. So I went to the doctor in Melbourne, went in, and he goes, what seems to be the problem? I said, my kidneys were sore, my wee's on fire, and my ball is a bit ballooned. I go, well, what do you reckon it is? He goes, well, it could be twisted. I went, I'm sorry, what? It could be twisted. I went, man, what are you talking about? He goes, twisted, like turned in. I went, hang on. I've spent most of my life with this eye turned in, right? I am not having a testicle turned in as well. I'm walking down the street with this eye looking at that nose and this ball looking at that ball. It's not along the street. Everything's going this way. It's all going this way. So I was in a lot of pain. So I said, like, what'll I do? And he goes, right. He says, right, well, because of where the pain is, I'm going to have to give you a heavy antibiotic and I'm going to have to give you a suppository, right? And I don't know why, but he did that motion. I know what a suppository is. I don't need him to tell me where it's going. And I said to him, oh, man, I said, are you going to give it to me? He goes, nah, I'm not giving it to you. You don't need it for 2 weeks. You'll have to do it yourself. I went, do it myself? I said, I've never stuck it in my arse in my life. Which is the truth, all right? And then there's people here going, oh, you must have tried it with a little bit of a toothbrush. You must have just tried. So I said to the doctor, I don't know how to put a suppository in. He goes, it's all right. Go to the chemist. He'll show you, right? So I had this vision of you going across to the chemist, that the chemist would just get up on the counter and go, right, this is what you do. Just get that, stick it up your arse. Nice, right? So I go across to the chemist, yeah, and it's in Melbourne, yeah, and all the Australians are all waiting, you know, for their prescriptions. I give him my prescription, and he comes back after about 10 minutes, and he goes, Jason Byrne, suppositories? So these for you? I go, yeah, and he goes, oh my God! I go, what? And he takes out the suppositories and goes, they're like bullets! I've never seen them ever in my life, the size of the thing. I said, how am I going to get that up my arse? And he goes, oh, it's all right. You get the fat end, you stick that up first, and if you change your mind, you can grab the tip and take it back out again. And just give me the tablets. So I went back into the doctor, into the GP's, right? And because I could use his toilet, I went in there, I took out the suppository like a bullet, left that on the sink, took my trousers down, took my pants down, got ready. There was a mirror there, so I had a kind of couple of dry runs. I didn't want to break my bum, so I just went, right, that's going there. And then when I did that, I got a glimpse of my bum hole. Now, I don't know if anybody's ever seen it. Oh my God, that thing is shut tight. All I could see in the mirror was, No way, no way, that's not going in there, no way. Stuff comes out, nothing goes in, no. So I just don't know how I'm going to get this in. But then I just thought, right, I'm so ill, I have to try. So I got the suppository, right? And if anybody here has ever put a suppository in their bum, you know what's coming next. I got the suppository, and I just tipped it off me bum, and within seconds, my bum just sucked it up like a Dyson vacuum. I didn't know your bum could do that! The fright I got! Oh my God! It just went... I dropped it. I didn't even feel it going in. I had that in my hand a second ago. Where the hell is it? Jesus Christ, I definitely had it. It's gone. Where the hell? Oh my God. My bum just went, thank you. And it wasn't giving it back. This is lovely. Oh, I have no idea why my bum has that accent. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I've got time for. I've now taught you how to use this apostrophe. Thanks very much for enjoy the rest of the night. Good night, good night, good night, good night.
Still to come, Warwick Davis and Jack D. But this doesn't mean the comedy has to have a break. Watch out for Alan Carr invading the messages. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Joe Brand.
Good evening. I'm bloody exhausted after those stairs. How are you? All right? Good. I'm in a very good mood because I've just got a starring role in a new TV series. Yeah, thank you. Darts Players' Wives, it's called. It's gonna be brilliant. Now, how many women in here like going shopping? I hate it. I particularly hate going shopping with my husband because whenever we go to a supermarket, we're putting all our stuff through, and the woman always goes, "Do you want a bag for life, madam?" And my husband always goes, "Ha, got one, thanks." Now, also, I'm not really terribly good at modern technology. I quite like sending abbreviations, you know, like LOL and that sort of thing, to my best friend's teenage son, which he won't understand, and he then has to phone me up and ask me what they mean. So the other day, for example, I texted him, "Hi Max, how you going? CRB." He rang me back, "What does CRB mean?" "Cystitis, really bad." It is a good game. I followed that up with one the next day, "Max, TLL. Phone me up, what's that? Tenor lady leaked." Come on, you've got to embarrass them. And I don't know if you know this, but predictive texting is actually 20 years old this year. Yes, indeedy. And you have to be very careful when you predictive text. Look what you're sending out. I was actually caught in a traffic jam a little while ago on Blackfriars Bridge, and I sent a text to my husband because it was rush hour, "Gonna be late, fucking queue on Blackfriars Bridge." He got a text saying, "Gonna be late, fucking Steve on Blackfriars Bridge." Honestly, I'm not joking, you have to watch it. Now, I feel like I'm giving you lots of warnings at the moment, but very recently, and it was a terrifying experience, I was away up in Herefordshire with my family, and we got stuck in a lift, right? Just me, my husband, and the two girls. And we pressed the button to go down, and the lift just dropped about 2 foot, and we were stuck there. Now, my youngest daughter panicked and started crying. My oldest daughter started laughing hysterically. My husband went, "Calm down, everyone, it'll be fine." And I looked round and thought, which one are we going to eat first? And we pressed the buzzer on the wall. I've always wanted to do that. A little voice came through and went, "Hello, can I help?" And said, "Can we have a lift engineer? 2 hours. Do we have any alternatives?" "The fire brigade." So we called the fire brigade, not really sure how a lift works. And this is absolutely true. They shouted through the door, "Can you sit down on the floor and brace yourselves?" And I said, "Why would that be?" He said, "We're just going to unhook a cable and the lift might drop." And I went, "What, to the floor?" And he went, "I don't know." That's quite scary, isn't it? Because in the past, I have to say, I've had difficulty with firemen. When I was 17, I burnt my flat down when I was pissed, right? And, no, well, not deliberately, it just happened, right? I've got to set the bed on fire with a lighter or something. And I woke up and the whole bed was on fire. You know what it's like when you're pissed? You go, "Oh, fuck it, sort it out in the morning," don't you? So in the end, the whole flat was on fire, and I was forced to go running out into the night in a very unattractive baby doll nightie. And about 6 firemen tried to push me back into the fire. Anyway, I think that's enough of that. I am now going to bring someone on who I've known for absolutely years. He's brilliant. He's lovely. He's Jack D.
Thanks. That's great. You know what? You can clap as much as you like. I just found out we're not getting paid for this shit tonight, so... Put a damper on it for me, I can tell you that. I mean, I like to help, but there are limits. Like this suit dry clean and everything. I do. I like to help. I'm sure you do as well. You know that thing, I have a feeling when if someone asks you for directions, you feel a little surge of pride, a little surge of pleasure that they've asked you. Right? Well, good. Yeah. Happened to me the other day, and I was in Leicester Square, in the middle of London, and before I get into this, can I just a little bit of a warning? This story involves using a foreign accent. I will be using a foreign accent. It's coming up in a bit, and but I don't want you to think that I think that that's the funny thing about the story. You know, I'm just thinking, well, yeah, make a laugh at people the way they talk. I'm not a racist. Can I just say that now? I'm not racist. I'm not racist. I'm not a bigot. Right? I don't own a bed and breakfast. I've never been a taxi driver. So I'm not a racist. So I hope that's clear now. I'm in Leicester Square, very busy, full of people, and there's a Japanese family in Leicester Square. Japanese. I could tell straight away they're Japanese, obviously, because they've got the. He had a flag on his arm. I know my flags. And he comes over to, they're lost. The family are lost. The dad's looking at a map, they're lost, right? And they look around, he sees me, and he comes straight over to me. And like I say, there's a little moment of pride there. I'm a bit chuffed. I'm pleased that he has identified me as the friendly face of London. He comes up and he goes, hey, excuse me, can you please tell me what... I said there was an accent coming up. I don't want that to be the funny thing about this, right? I have to do the accent or it makes no sense, right? He goes, excuse me, can you please tell me... He didn't have his hands out, he wasn't doing that. No, he wasn't doing that. That I'm not proud of. He wasn't... That was a subconscious stereotyping coming through. Please ignore that. We'll cut that out. That won't happen on the night. He goes, can you please tell me where to Shinsagmadawa? Right? And I didn't understand a word he said. And this is awkward for me. I want to help. I really want to help, and I'm pleased that he's asked me, but I didn't understand a word of what he was saying. Not a word. So I said, I'm really... Because I don't want to be one of these people who go, you what? Fuck off. Right? And I want to help. Bear in mind, I'm one of these people, if I'm asking directions, you get 3 goes and you're out. Right? I don't mess around. If I'm looking for a place and and people start asking questions... I was looking for a theatre the other night at the Lyric Theatre in Hammersmith, and I couldn't find it. And I asked this guy, and I said, can you tell me where the Lyric Theatre is, please? And he goes, I thought, oh, God, why? Why me? Every time do I choose these... And he goes, what's it called? The Lyric Theatre. That's one go. That's one go he's had, right? I'm counting, right? I'm counting. He goes, what road is that in? I think it's in King Street. King Street? King Street? Does that have another name? Yeah, of course it does. All roads have 2 names. What's going on there? What goes on at King Street? I go, that's it. You've had 3 goes, and I'm not going to help you out anymore. It's obvious you don't know where it is, so stop wasting my time. If you'd had any decency about you or self-respect, you would have just said, I'm sorry, I don't know anything. Please ask someone else. But instead, what you did is you tried to draw me into your vortex of loneliness and despair, to slate your sense of uselessness. In fact, why don't you fuck the fuck off, officer? Unbelievable. So there I am with the Japanese guy, and I've had one go at it. And so I said, you know, I'm very sorry. Can you just repeat it for me? What is it you're looking for? Can you, not with the hands, he wasn't doing the hands. Can you please tell me where to listen to? And I'm none the wiser. I've had 2 goes at this now, right? Now, you know, 2 goes at it. I'm sweating now. I'm sweating like Cyril Smith on a bouncy castle. I really... And his wife has turned up now. His wife is there, and she's kind of... She wasn't bowing. No, she wasn't bowing. Oh. She wasn't... Yeah, that's right. She was kneeling at my feet making tea by now. That's what was going on. A ritual going on. You know, the traditional people. So he says it a second time. I didn't know. I'm none the wiser, and I really want to help, but I've just got this one more go at it, you know? And like they say, the pressure's on. They're here on holiday. I don't want to spoil it for them or them go home thinking people in London weren't helpful, you know? And the little boy is there, and I'm thinking, what is it? And when I say little, he was no more little than any other boy of any ethnic group. I swear to God, he was average height. Globally average. He says it a 3rd time, and I didn't know what it was, so I genuinely thought the best thing in this situation is just to say, oh, yes, of course, yeah. You want to turn left and go on for 4 miles. And off they went, right? And it's been bothering me ever since I did that, because, I don't know, they're probably looking for Madame Tussauds or something, ended up in a Nando's in Peckham or something. Probably sitting there, oh, Daddy, why are we having Nando's? I thought we were going to Madame Tussauds. You sure we got to Madame Tussauds? Obviously, they'd be speaking Japanese to each other, but that was what I was imagining it would be, the conversation. There would be no point doing that in Japanese, or you wouldn't have understood, and neither would I have understood. Oh, Daddy, why we in Nando's? And you say we go to Madame Tussauds? Because, man, in Leicester Square was racist! You've been a wonderful audience. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Still to come, Kevin Bridges, Paul Chowdhury and John Richardson. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome John Richardson.
Hello. Hi. It's nice to be here. Never said that and meant it before. I became happy last year, and it's really freaking me out. Don't really know what to do when I'm happy. I've tried not to be happy most of my life. I've been very good at it, but then I became quite happy, and it's a worry because happy people are tedious to be around. They're not fun. You need angry people. They've got stuff to say, haven't they? When they come to your house, you go, "Do you have a good journey?" They go, "Fucking good journey. Potholes round here. You're joking, aren't you?" That's it. Happy people are dreadful when you say to them, "Oh, did you see that massive pile-up on the motorway?" They go, "Oh, what? The one under the rainbow?" Yeah. Yeah, if you want to see the best in fucking everything. I know I'm becoming boring, right? Because I'm becoming boring at night, right? I don't mean in the evenings. I mean, like, in my dreams. I have the most unbelievably tedious dreams, right? It's dream time, you can do anything, can't you? You can have sex with a dragon in a cloud if you wanted to. Here's a dream I had recently. See if you can unravel this little mystery. See if you know what's going on in my head here. I had a dream that I went back to a house I used to live in and tidied the loft. End of dream. What do you think that means? Well, I think it means, John, that you're a fucking dullard who spends the night time chasing up admin from the past. And here's how I know I'm boring, because it was a wet dream. Shouldn't have been, should it? Really enjoyed it. Thought I'd lost those certificates. That's the noise I've given myself for when I ejaculate at night. You don't really know what noise you make when you ejaculate at night, do you? So that's not the noise I make when I'm awake. If I ejaculate when I'm awake, it's pow. That's One of the other things that's become boring about me is that I'm trying to drink less, and that's a real sign you're an arsehole. I'm not trying to wipe it out completely, because obviously you need it to get through the day. I'm just trying to drink. All my rule is I just want to drink, but I don't want to get hangovers anymore. That's the only rule, right? Because what we've forgotten in this country is that a hangover is a bad thing. You're not supposed to get hangovers, but they become like a badge of honour. So if you phoned a mate tomorrow and he said, "Oh, how are you feeling today?" And they went, "Oh, Not very good, actually. I'm a bit hungover. Right. What you should say there is you say, oh, that's a shame, innit? That's a shame that you've deliberately pumped so much of a toxin into your own body that now you can't drink water without being sick. That's what you should say. You won't say that. You'll say what we'll all say. You'll go, it's fucking amazing. What happened last night, then? And we'll go, well, I stayed in, but I just couldn't stop drinking because of my despair at what's happening to the world. And all I do to not get hangovers, I drink exactly as much as I used to, except now I have a little bit of water every now and again. I'll just have a little drink of water. Now, the problem is if you're a man, you've got to do that in secret, right? 'Cause you can't announce that on a night out. You can't say, hey, lads, I'm going to get some waters in. Does anyone want anything? Because generally they'll say, yeah, when you get to the bar, could you keep on going and fuck off home? Come on, have a good time, mate. Try again next time. Think about that. You've got to sneak off in secret, because men do not look after one another. And I don't want to get into, like, men versus women. There's obviously a lot more that we have in common than we do differently. But I will say, women obviously no more respectful of their own bodies, I don't think, with booze. Quite happy to drink themselves sick. But slightly more caring about their friends. I think if there's a group of women out, it's more likely that you hear, oh, she doesn't look very well, does she? She'll get her a water, otherwise she'll have to go home, and that'll be a shame, won't it? You don't really hear that with men. It's more likely, fucking hell, John's in a state, isn't he? I reckon we could kill him. Get me a pint of whiskey, tell him it's apple juice. He'll fucking die. There are situations that just drive you to drink, though. I checked into a hotel in Dorchester, right? I checked into a hotel. The girl who checked me in, fair enough, she's got no fucking idea who I am. Absolutely fine, most people don't. I kept trying to give her clues, but she wasn't having it. I imagine 8 out of 10 of your rooms are taken. Nothing, not bothered, right? No, we got loads. Oh, fair enough, then. She checks me into a room, she said, here you go, room 14. I go off up the stairs. Now, the girl next to her, she has recognised me. So she goes, fucking hell, that's that guy. And she goes, what guy? And she goes, that Italian chef, Gino... Anyway, thank you very much for coming. You've done a wonderful thing. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Take care. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Now it's time for some messages from some of the stars who couldn't be with us tonight.
Sorry I can't be here on Channel 4's Comedy Gala, but you know me and British comedians. It's sort of awkward.
I'm sorry I can't be at the Comedy Gala, but I hope you make lots of dough. Get it? That'll bring the house down, that one.
Hi, I'm Lily Allen. I'm sorry I can't be there with you tonight at the Comedy Gala, but I am promoting my new album. When I say promoting my new album, what I mean is slagging people off and then sending them flowers. Have fun.
What? No, I'm sorry. I've got to go to the Comedy Gala. You've got a big financial crisis. You've run out of money. You need things... Look, this is going to take forever. I'm sorry I can't come to the Comedy Gala. Bloody bankers bust.
I'm really sorry that I can't be at the Comedy Gala tonight, but Alan Carr has got a restraining order against me. Call me, Alan. I love you. I want you.
I'm sorry that I won't be there tonight at the Channel 4 Comedy Gala. In fact, I've never been to the Channel 4 Comedy Gala. And I've sort of run out of excuses now as to why I've never been, but I suppose the time to come clean. I just can't be bothered.
To be absolutely honest, I've seen loads of people coming here and apologising why they can't be at the Comedy Gala, and I just thought, well, there's just loads of really B-list crap people going, so there's no way I'm going.
Sorry we can't be with you at the Comedy Gala, but we've got to taste this dirty, great, big, enormous sponge pudding.
See, the thing is that he just keeps on saying sorry that you can't be at the Comedy Gala, but that's what happens because we're not comics. See that? Look. You know what it is? That's a microwave. We're going to go. Bye.
Still to come, Adam Hills, Kevin Bridges, and Warwick Davis. Now, ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome to the stage, Paul Chowdhury.
What's happening, white people? Let's do this shit. Just check my phone backstage. I don't use my phone to phone anyone anymore. I use the internet more than I use the phone on my phone. It's become a secondary feature. That's like using the back of your fridge as a radiator. Somebody nicked my phone out of my car the other day, right? When your phone gets stolen in the shopping centre car park, it takes security about 45 minutes to come down to your car. I said, mate, my car's been broken into. Which guy is it? It's the one with all the shit and the glass all over the floor. Which one? What I want to know is, did the CCTV camera capture anything? Which guy? I thought the guy was drunk. Are you drunk, mate? Who are you? Who are you to talk to me like that? Who are you? 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 Just leave me alone. Just leave me. Just leave me alone. Leave me. Just leave me. Leave me. Just leave me. So I tried to lift him. Don't leave me. I said leave me, not leave me. You leave me, don't leave me. I said leave me, not leave me. There's leave me and leave me. You leave me, don't leave me. So I said, don't leave me. I said leave me. I didn't get my phone back. How do they advertise for these security jobs? Do you like sitting around the CCTV, getting morbidly obese, eating donuts for 12 hours a day? Yeah? Then call us at Leave Me Alone Security. I wasn't happy that day, Dave. I was not happy. I didn't feel like Pharrell Williams that day. You heard that song, I'm So Happy? I want to kill someone when I hear that shit. I'm so happy. This is the lyrics. I'm so happy, I feel like a room without a roof. You ever felt like a room before? I'm so happy, I feel like a room. I've never felt like a room. How you feeling? I'm feeling good. How do you feel? I feel like a room. How do you feel? I feel like a room without a roof. If you're in a room without a roof, you aren't going to be happy anymore. Once you start pissing down, you ain't fucking happy. I don't like people that are overly religious. What's God told them to do it? So has God told me, kill them all. So has God told them to do it? How come God never told you to get a job? What's the matter with these bastards? I want to learn different languages. You can learn languages online now. This website came under attack called sexymandarin.com. Teaches people how to speak Mandarin, but it's a porno website at the same time. I've never had Mandarin sex stuff before. I've never called up my Chinese restaurant and never got you want to try rye? One special for a pork for you. One number 69. One number 3 all over you. Oh yeah, 10-minute pie. I never get that. All I ever get is 122, 120, 10-minute pie! I can't even finish myself off. You've been a great crowd, thanks a lot.
Let's have a quick look backstage at our celebrity catering arrangements.
The truth is, you've got an album to plug. I've got a TV series to plug.
Yeah, but I didn't think I'd be serving shit soup to comedians, did I?
Just...
Oh, hi! We're here backstage at the Comedy Gala. Let's all go back here. She didn't want it.
Why?
Well, as wacky as it is, no one's really interested in candy floss ice cream, Heston.
It's candy floss soup.
Oh, ice cream soup, whatever. Nobody's interested.
It's just terrace, butternut, squash, velouté. Okay, that's all from the kitchen backstage. Everything is going swimmingly well. Now back to you guys on stage.
Thanks, Chef. Well, we finally got him down. So please give it up for Warwick Davis.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It's great to be back here for my second comedy gala at such an intimate venue. It's lovely. So what do you think of the opening of the show this evening? Me with Alan Carr and Spellbound. Oh yeah. While you were sitting there mesmerised, I was shitting myself up there. Seriously, I don't like heights, for obvious reasons. No, I get vertigo climbing a ladder to change a light bulb on a desk lamp. So when you noticed, I was actually a bit delayed coming on stage just then. Just before I was about to make my entrance, a security guard backstage, he wanted a selfie. He said, "Oi, mini-me, come over here. I'm not even bald." I said, "I want a selfie." Everyone wants a selfie now, don't they? A selfie means something entirely different to when I was a kid. It still involved the use of one hand, but you also needed a sports sock. But yeah, selfies are the in thing at the moment, aren't they? Do you remember how you used to do selfies? You used to have to set the timer on a camera, didn't you? You have the little timer. So everyone's in a group, the family. No one wants to take the picture, so you use the timer. So you press the little button, save a space for me. You press the button, you dash into position. Right, you're smiling there. The little lights flashing. Yeah, this is the longest 10 seconds of your life right here. You're waiting. You're smiling. Smiling. It's flashing. It stopped. Stop flashing. Wait. Oh, come on. Boom, takes the picture. Just as you're walking back. Useless. But I get to meet a lot of famous people in my job. There's a couple here tonight. And I started to like to capture those moments using selfies. And I've got a few I want to show you tonight. There's one firstly I did earlier this evening with Mr. Alan Carr. Can we see that? There's me and Alan. I think we captured his best side, don't you? A few weeks ago, I met a very well-known footballer. This is me and Peter Crouch. I should have said Peter Crouch. And finally, we got me with Anton Deck. There we are. On holiday. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. It's my pleasure now to introduce the next act. She's a brilliant stand-up and a brilliant actor. And I've been very fortunate to work with her. Actually, let me rephrase that. She's been very fortunate to work with me in Life's Too Short, and she's currently starring in Derek. It's the brilliant Kerry Godliman.
It's lovely to be here. We don't have long, so I'll tell you a thing. I recently bought a new washing machine, and I thought, oh, I'll nip to Curry's and buy a new washing machine. But when I got to Curry's, turns out there's hundreds of washing machines. Because we live in a world where we celebrate choice. But choice is only an advantage if you're a decisive person. I wish there was a choice of two, a shit one and a slightly better than shit one, to create the illusion of value for money. That would be my preference, right? I don't like shopping. If I go to Sainsbury's, if I'm in a good mood, I can get shit done. But if I'm feeling vulnerable and wobbly, it takes me fucking hours to get round Sainsbury's. Get stuck on every aisle, end up feeling a bit overwhelmed. I sort of feel like Louise Redknapp on QI. I'm a bit out of my depth, right? So I thought I better make an informed choice. So I went home and I read reviews of washing machines. I don't want a life where I'm reading a review of a washing machine. I don't mind reading a review of a film or a book, but I don't want to read a fucking review of utility goods, right? We're always getting asked to write these reviews as well. If you buy a thing, they're always like, can you just write a little review? Can you just write a little review of that recent thing you recently bought, that recent transaction? Just write a little review. Little rating, give it a little rating, just little rating. Give it a sort of scoring or some sort of kind of evaluation so future consumers can make more informed choices. We correlate the data. Just a little review. Take 5 minutes of your time, 5 minutes of your precious time. Can you just think about it all day? Can you just think about consumerism all fucking day, every minute of your waking fucking day? My plumber recently asked me to write a review for his website. So bloody hell, Dean, what do you want me to say? Brilliant flange sprockets I flushed all night. So I bought a machine. I bought the one that was getting the best reviews in my price range. Brilliant spin cycle, said Grazia. So it lives with us now, it's in our house, but I've got more choices to make. It's got millions and millions of settings on it. It's got a sports wash, daily wash, eco wash, power wash, just clean it. It's got an iron-free option. Why would I not choose that? Who chooses to iron? It's got an economy intense option. That doesn't mean anything. It's got a hand wash option on an automatic washing machine. That might as well say, well, you're a lazy bitch, aren't you? I'll fucking do it. You take the weight off your feet, babe. It's got a power wash option, implying the other 79 options, they don't have any power now, do they? Now who's lazy? It's got a silk wash option. I haven't got that many silks. Nobody has. I've never heard anybody shouting, I'm doing a silk wash. You got any silks one doing? Oh, hang on, I'll just go and check my kimono drawer. No, I'm all right for another week. You crack on. You've been absolutely delightful. What a great night. Have a fantastic weekend. Take care.
Still to come, Josh Widdicombe, Adam Hills and Kevin Bridges. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Josh Widdicombe.
Hello. Yes, I am. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm from Devon, so this is a real coup. Yeah, 3 of us here. You might remember it from the floods. I don't know if you... My mum texted me the night before the floods. She texted me, she said, Josh, just so you know, the storms are on their way, so I've put the wheelie bin in the shed. Not sure what I'm going to do with that information. I was getting back going, oh, thank fuck for that, I've been worrying. It's not how people prepare. Go, oh, shall we get the kids inside? Fuck that, get the wheelie bins inside. Take another month to get one of them from the council. Watching the news the next day, terrible storms hit Britain. 14 wheelie bins are missing. I think that should be the symbol on the weather now. If it's a storm, a cloud. If it's a bad storm, a picture of a wheelie bin in a shed. You see that, you go batten down the fucking hatches. This is happening. There are symbols I'd get rid of. I'd get rid of high and low pressure from the weather. That is of no use to me. You know where it's got a line with triangles coming off it? To me, that doesn't mean high and low pressure. That just means an 80% chance of bunting. And the Great British Bake Off will be starting in the west, moving east throughout the day. I don't need this information. I'm never watching the weather, and I miss the weather. Go out there, go, fucking hell, it's high pressure today. I'm getting crushed. Tell you what I feel sorry for during the storms, they're the on-the-spot reporters. They are people that know their bosses do not value them at all, aren't they? They are people who've got to work and their boss has gone, have you heard there's a massive storm on the way? Do you want me to go home? Better than that, mate. I'm sending you down to the edge of the sea. Where you're going to interview a man whose umbrella is inside out. It's unbelievable. I saw they were giving advice. They said, don't go for any unnecessary drives. I wasn't planning on it. Don't do that generally. I wasn't going to go, well, a storm's on their way. Well, I think I'll just go for a bit of an unnecessary drive. Where am I going? Well, past the rickety tree, down to the end of the pier and back. And I think I'll just do figures of 8 on the icy pond. Should I tell the kids I love them? No, I don't want to go back, it's fine. I'll put the wheelie bin in the shed, I'm not an animal. People complaining as well, people complaining their flights were cancelled. I wouldn't have complained if my flight was cancelled during the storm. I'd have complained if I turned up to the airport and my flight was the only one that wasn't cancelled. You turned up to the airport and they went, EasyJet, flight E4597 is going to have a go for it. You're flying at a slightly faster pace than usual. And the shuttle bus will be taking off in 5 minutes. You get on the plane, the masks are already down. Do you want to see my passport? You won't need that where you're going, mate. The O2, you have been absolutely lovely. Thank you so much. See you then. Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Kevin Bridges.
good night so far. I love this gig. 15,000 people, which means somebody's going to laugh. So, thank you, big guy, right there. The bald head guy, taking a picture. That's good. Take a picture of me, sir. That's worth saving. I'm the same. I take photographs, sir. Everything. It's only when you go somewhere worth taking a photograph and your phone runs out of memory. I've been that guy. Standing on top of the Empire State Building, deleting fry-ups. Oh. This is a nice gig. I've done tough gigs. I've been reminiscing. People always ask if it's nerve-wracking playing these big venues. I've done tougher gigs. I've done a show in a prison before. That was quite tough. You get some pretty scathing heckles in a prison. I had the guy stood up about 5 minutes into my set and he just fucked off back to his cell. That's a heckle. This guy's shite. I'm about to finish my life sentence. A lot of young people in. Exam time. I've seen that. I've got cousins studying exams. I sympathise. I used to hate exams at school. I used to I get mental blocks under the pressure. I forgot how to spell the word who in the middle in an exam. That's pressure. I crumbled. Who. I don't have dyslexia. I just got to the word who and he had wanted to know who. H-O. Oh, fuck. That's how. How did I get who? H-O. Oh, fuck. And then a W is the furthest letter from your mind, and the more you start, you're gone. Once you start overthinking words like who, you're never getting it. How do I get that E-U? H-O, I need a fucking E sound. H-O-E, no, that's a garden tool. How the fuck you... It's tough. It is summertime. It's the warmest day of the year. That is great. We get some nice weather in Scotland. Last year we had a 26. That was exciting. We don't just enjoy the 26. You need to come home after your nice day and watch the global weather report to see how you performed on the big league. You know, we've got an inferiority complex, Scottish people. We need to see the scores coming in. I've never seen my dad as excited the day Scotland got a 26 degrees. Look at that, son. We're only 2 behind Madeira. Get in here. Look at us. Here, we fucking beat Venice. Come here. Then the camera moves to the Middle East. His heart breaks. Abu Dhabi, 52, for fuck's sake. There's no pubs in Abu Dhabi. What's the point in a 52 if you can't have a drink? Big summer of sport coming up. We're looking forward to that. The World Cup. Yeah, one person there. We no longer give a shit about football in Scotland. We're a tennis country. Andy Murray, that's it. We've changed. We've still got that same aggression and frustration we used to channel through football. We save that for the tennis these days. You walk in to a rough pub in Glasgow when there's tennis on, there's a fucking volatile atmosphere. Guys arguing. You're going to sit there, Dale, and tell me that Nalbandian would beat Djokovic on a clay court? You're a fucking moron. You're embarrassing yourself, Derek. The bar staff get involved. Lads, leave it, pointing at a no tennis colours sign. That's how stereotypes change. Scotland, we're tennis. Northern Ireland, golf. That's the sport these days. You no longer think of the Troubles. You think of Rory McIlroy when you hear Northern Ireland, Graham McDowell, Darren Clark. You've ditched the guns and bought golf clubs. It's good to see. They're still chucking the odd petrol bomb, but they're shouting for. No, it's progress. Good. I booked into a hotel this year in Greenwich, kind of middle of the road. I'm in one of the hotels. You check in and they go, hotel Wi-Fi is only available in the lobby. He thought it was all right to masturbate in the lobby. What the fuck is the point in that? I might exercise my right to use the Wi-Fi in the lobby, and what I use the Wi-Fi for is between me and my browsing cookies. The hotel can deal with the negative reviews on TripAdvisor. Well, the rooms were spacious, the staff were a delight, but we just couldn't help but notice there was a Scottish bloke ripping the head off it, and it was for all to see. He had nothing subtle about it. His denim was at his ankles. He was using both hands. It was fucking disgusting. So, I'm going to introduce this guy, superb. You'll have seen him on shitloads of TV shows. He's fantastic. You're going to love him. Give it up, please, for Rob Beckett. I'm Rob, and I look like a massive toddler. Get out of the way. I'm supposed to be a grown-up, but I'm rubbish at it. I still drink squash. Robinson's, orange, apple and blackcurrant, sometimes lemon in summer. That's just how I squash. The thing is, my mum knows what type of squash me and my brothers like. She likes a bit of on special. Then what she come back from the shops with the other week? Strawberry and kiwi. I nearly spat in her face. I was like, do you even know me? And it was double concentrate, and I cannot get my head around that. Single concentrate, my measurements were perfect. Double, I'm all over the place. I've either got a pint of coloured water or the strongest sugar rush known to man. I have one of them, I'm off my face. I'm gurning off a Robbo's. That ain't normal, is it? You shouldn't have a come down from cordial. It's embarrassing. How was Glastonbury? Oh, don't ask me about it. I had strawberry and kiwi off my face 5 days. I woke up in a field, thought I was Jesus' nan. Jesus didn't have a nan. I know, that's how mental it was. Did Jesus have a nan? I don't even know. Virgin Mary must have had a mum, is she? Unless it run in the family. I don't know. I don't do religion. I'm growing up a bit though. I've moved out my mum's. She was doing me head in a little bit. She used to do Tupperware parties when I was growing up. These have died out now. Groups of women used to get together and buy and sell lumps of plastic. What kind of night is that? The reason it died out is no one bought anything, apart from a big bowl, going to be used for salad prep in the summer, turned into the house sick bowl. You've all got one of these dirty little bowls in your house. It's a bowl you keep in your house. Every member of your family's been sick in at least once. What kind of life's that for the bowl? He's at the Tupperware party. I'm a big bowl, gonna see some salads in my time. No, mate, sick forever. I come home from the pub, not even gonna be sick, just a bit pissed. My mum goes, get him the sick bowl. He needs a sick bowl. Get him the sick bowl. I said, I don't need it, mum. But I get the bowl, look in it, get flashbacks, I'm sick everywhere. There's 3 generations of sick bin in that bowl. It's the closest thing we've got to an heirloom. But I moved in with my girlfriend. She's a bit posh, a bit middle class. I'm growing up though, but she does all weird dinners. I've had baba ganoush. I don't even know what it is, but I've eaten it. But they tricked me. I went round the in-laws, because they know I've got a basic palate. They gave me a bowl of potpourri. Yeah? Told me it was vegetable crisps. I'm being polite, smashing through them. I'm like, this parsnip's a bit fucking lively, isn't it? Tastes like garden. My breath did smell incredible after, though. It was quality. We have to have dinner parties. I have to go around my girlfriend's friends for a dinner party, and they're all posh and stuff. And I'm polite, though. I always say, do you want me to bring anything round? And they know I'm a bit of a div. They just go, only yourself. How thick do you think I am? I'm going to turn up at your house without me. And they come round our house. They've never dealt with someone like me before, right? A bit of a chav, and they're like overly polite, posh people. Like, oh, hello, Rob. Do you have a toilet I can use? Of course I've got a fucking toilet. I'm from South East London. I'm not Victorian. What do you think I do? Shit in a bag, throw over a fence? Of course I've got a toilet. But if you want to be sick, use this bowl. I'm Rob Beckett. Be lucky. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Adam Hills.
Hello, England. I arrived from Australia 3 days ago. I'm slightly jet-lagged. I'm just waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning in Australia. Are there Australians here? See, we love it here. We love it here because we're kind of almost brothers, the Australians and the English. Our accents, I think the Australian accent is just the convict Cockney accent, slowed down because of the heat. I think convicts arrived in Australia 200 years ago and got off boats just going, fucking hell, that was a long fucking journey, 3 fucking weeks, the other side of fucking planet. Where are we now? I don't know, but it's a bit fucking hot. And an accent was born. And we've taken that and we've turned it into one of the most annoying accents on the planet. Because there's now a thing that Australians do that I'm not sure if you're aware of. But I just did it then. It's that thing we do where we go up at the end of every sentence. And it's because we secretly need your approval. So we have to make every sentence sound like it's a question. To see if you're still interested. Even if it's something serious. Susie got eaten by a shark. We're going to be High Court judges in 30 years' time in Australia handing down verdicts going, I find you guilty of murder. And what's weird is you lot have started to do it as well. Geordies go up at the end of the sentence. Scousers do. The only people that don't are Cockneys, and that's because they actually ask the question anyway. Cockneys just go, I was down to the pub last week, wasn't I? Of course, I love the fact that when I said Scouser, a drunk woman went, there it is. So did they just send you out of Liverpool, just go out, have fun, but if you hear the word Liverpool or Scouser, scream like a monkey. I'm really torn now, because part of me's going, get on with the rest of your act, Adam, and another part's going, there's a dead set guaranteed twosome up there. I meant threesome, but I'll be honest, I think the two of you will probably do it yourselves. Or are doing it as we speak. It could go either way. See, the irony of the Australian accent is, it's so arbitrary the way we ended up speaking. Australians were almost colonised by the Dutch. I don't know if you know that. The Dutch arrived before any of you did. The Dutch arrived in like the 1600s, but they arrived in the west coast of Australia where desert meets ocean. And basically the Dutch just got off their ships and just went, well, this is ridiculous. We cannot grow marijuana crops here. And they went home. The French arrived in Botany Bay, but Botany Bay's a bit swampy. It's not that great. So the French arrived a couple hundred years later into Botany Bay before the English again and just went, well, I agree with the Dutch. This place is shit. And they left. Thankfully for us, Captain Cook, an Englishman, sailed into Botany Bay and in a rare display of English optimism, just went, well, it is a bit shit, but I think if we go around the corner, it might be nicer. Although I've learnt from my history lessons that he wouldn't have sounded like that. Because it turns out Captain Cook came from Yorkshire. Which means the first words heard by white people upon sighting Australia would have been, this place is fucking shite. See, I love being in London because there are so many accents. I don't know if you saw Nigel Farage complained because he got on a tube and for 4 stops he only heard foreign languages being spoken. I just want to point out to him, that's because English people don't talk to each other in public. We're not being overrun, it's just you lot don't want to fucking say anything. There's like 2 Spanish students at the end having a chat and the rest are going, oh, well, I'm not talking to anyone, this is ridiculous. Do you know my favourite accent here? My favourite accent in the world is Swedish. No, let me rephrase. My favourite accent in the world is the Swedish spoken by the Swedish chef from The Muppet Show. So now I've got you. Now I've got you. You can go anywhere in the world and mention the Swedish chef and everyone in the room will do 2 things. They'll smile and then they'll look at each other and do their own impersonation of the Swedish chef that comprises solely the words hurdy-gurdy. I've honestly been on stage in Holland, mentioned the Swedish chef, and Dutch people have gone, ha ha, hurdy-gurdy, hurdy-gurdy. And I lived in Sweden for a year. I thought that's how they were going to speak. The first time I went to a sporting event, they sang the national anthem. I'm standing there in Sweden going, Ye borskern din hörn mitt i hi, ye borsken hörn bin din hörn bork bork bork. And the weirdest thing is, they had the Muppets in Sweden, on Swedish television, but in English with Swedish subtitles. And the Swedes speak perfect English, so they would have known what was going on. There'd have been Swedish people in the 80s watching the Muppet Show as Kermit the Frog came out and went, "It's the Muppet Show with the Swedish chef." And they would have gone, "Oh, Hans, Lars, come quickly. It seems to be some sort of local cooking show. He comes now." And what the hurdy-gurdy is he saying? And I brought this up with a Swedish friend of mine in Sweden. I said, "Was it weird growing up in Sweden watching the Muppet Show as kids?" And she said, "Oh no, in Sweden we called him the Norwegian chef." Now I love that because that means that there were Swedes who grew up watching the Muppets as kids and then later in life went to Norway on holidays and tried to make fun of Norwegians by looking at them and going, "Hurdy-gurdy, hurdy-gurdy." And the Norwegians would have looked at each other and gone, "Oh my God, they actually speak like that." Ladies and gentlemen, can you give a round of applause to everybody that was on the show tonight? Ladies and gentlemen, my name's Adam Hills. Thanks for doing a good thing tonight. See you later.
More laughing tomorrow night. 9 o'clock, the Cats do Countdown. Who thought conundrums could be funny? Me neither. More details in just a sec. And from 10 o'clock, a Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill, Alan Carr and a proper bromance. Next night on 4, an island and a grizzly bear.